This video is about synchronicity and signs from the universe and how you can find some ways to open up some synchronistic moments in your own life. Now, synchronicity is one of my favorite things to talk about. I find a way to use this concept in my clinic, in my patients' therapeutic treatment, which can seem a little bit weird to those not expecting to do this in the field of psychiatry. What kind of psychologist talks about signs from the universe? Well, this one does. You see, one of the first steps in controlling your own life is to realize that you really don't control much at all. The only thing that anyone can predict with any sense of certainty is that life is going to be uncertain. So what happens when you start the process of surrender and begin looking for signs in the universe? Well, it's simple. You're going to find them. The universe is full of patterns. It's full of designs that are programmed into your very own DNA. We kind of run off the same programming in many ways. So when you start to open your mind to these possibilities, you'll uncover unimaginable secrets. You'll start to see these subtle curiosities manifest in your own life. There'll be incredible discoveries and powerful healing opportunities. And these messages are everywhere. And they're messages that are created and designed and made just for you. Now, before you start thinking I'm a little bit wacky, I want you to know that I use this all the time and it has changed my own life. To me, it's like the missing link in why some people can't find their own way out of their problems and the chaos of their own lives. So this video is to help you begin noticing these synchronistic signs and to start interpreting them on your own journey so you can receive and listen to the guidance that you are being provided. So what is synchronicity? Well, it's a concept that was first described by a psychoanalyst named Carl Jung, and he described this phenomenon as events that appear to be meaningfully related, but really have no causal connection. In other words, it's the sense that things in your life are syncing up or aligning in a way that can't be explained by science or by reason. So here are 3 ways I, in my psychology practice, help people learn to notice the synchronicities in their own lives. Number 1, pay attention. It seems obvious, but most of the time you're on autopilot. Most of the people I see are so detached from their sensory and emotional experiences that they just don't know how to pay attention. They're caught up in their own thoughts, which are often worrying about the future or trapped in the past. So you can't change the past, and the future doesn't even exist. If you want to change the future, there is only one place that you can do that, and that is in the present. So the first step is to learn how to quieten your mind, that racing mind, and begin to practice mindful awareness and purposeful attention. How many times have you driven down the road and before you know it, you are aware that you've gone through a set of traffic lights or turned the corner and you don't even really remember? You're lucky. Our brains have this autopilot switch that keep us going in those kind of moments. But that's an example of mindlessness, not mindfulness. So step 1 is to learn how to engage in meditative practice and mindful awareness and sensory awareness so that you can become a little receiver for the messages that were possibly going to get lost in all that noise. Step 2 is to watch for patterns. So the more you pay attention, the more you're going to notice the patterns. Patterns and design are everywhere throughout all creation. And these patterns may be in things that you see, they may be in messages that are repeated or feelings you keep experiencing. It could be numbers that keep repeating. It could be a symbol, it could be a name that keeps popping up, or maybe it's a dream that has been reoccurring in your life. Whatever it is, don't dismiss the patterns. I was seeing 1111 all the time. And then I realized that this had special meaning. And I learned that other people were seeing this same number too. And I'll talk to you more about the significance of synchronicity with numbers in a later video. But for now, remember, repetition is one of the biggest signs of synchronicity and something you should definitely be looking out for. Step 3 is to simply let go and trust. Us humans are clingers. We cling to everything. We cling to ideas, we cling to thoughts, to people, to habits, to objects, to hope, to things, to relationships. We cling, and clinging is part of the worldly, carnal conditioning that we are exposed to in our lives. It's not part of our natural state. The wind, it comes, it goes, the seasons, they come and go, but us humans, we cling. So non-attachment is about letting go of all these material constructs and desires and trusting that all that we need is already around us and within us. Trusting this is probably one of the hardest parts of this process, but it's where the magic will happen. The most incredible synchronistic events in my life happened when I let go, when I stopped clinging, and I was open and willing to trust whatever happens is meant to happen. So let go of what you think should happen. Let go of that desired outcome that you're holding on to so tightly, and begin to work in the flow of where you are now. If you want synchronicity to happen, then you're going to have to trust your intuition and inner guidance. Sometimes you might feel the urge to read a book, to go watch a movie, or go somewhere or call somebody up. Trust your intuition and act upon it. That's part of going with the flow. Now, don't go crazy with this idea and think that every single thing that happens has some subliminal or hidden message to it. That's not what I'm talking about here. This is about our intuitive sense or urge and inner guidance and alignment with the vibrational state of the highest power. And the highest power means different things to different people, and that's okay, because this is about connecting with the very real, the very measurable, abundant energy system of which we are all part. Stress, anxiety, our overactive and critical mind states, negativity, depression, helplessness, and many other unwanted states will simply begin to dissolve when you start working in this area of flow and when you start seeing these synchronistic events in your own life. Now, before I sign off, I just want to take a moment to say I started Brain and Beyond in the middle of this year, in the peak of the corona pandemic, and I was trying to extend my clinical work to people who were unable to leave their home and still wanted this kind of therapeutic process, which is a little unique, I know. I've almost finished my first online course called Life Detox, which combines psychology, biology, and energy medicine for lifelong emotional healing. Now, this course will be launched from my brand new Facebook page, which I only opened about 2 weeks ago. So if you are interested in learning more or reading the daily updates that I'm putting on the page about the brain, about energy, and other interesting little facts, please come and follow me on Facebook, because that is where my Life Detox course will first be launched. I'll put a link in the description section below, or you can go and search on Facebook for Brain and Beyond. I am the one with the butterfly perching on the brain logo. Your early support ensures that I can continue reaching a broader audience and grow this group and the content to help others change their lives for the better. That's my goal, that I'm letting the wind direct me, and I'm trying to pay attention to the messages that are absolutely guiding me through this commitment. So thank you to those who are resonating with my channel, with the work that I'm trying to do, and choosing to be part of that journey with me. Thank you. Now, that's all for today. As always, I thank you for your time, and wherever you are, take care of yourselves and each other, and have a very happy and peaceful day. Bless. Bye.